What's up, everybody? So I'm back. Back with another video. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. Just wanted to share some things that the Lord has been sharing with me recently. Seeing some things in the spirit. It is a blessing to be in the kingdom and on the Lord's side. And sometimes we forget this, and some aren't fully aware of this. Especially people in the world, people who don't know God, people who do not know Jesus, but everything is open and laid bare to our God. Nothing is hidden from his sight. He sees everything. Nothing catches him by surprise. And the blessing of being in the kingdom and having prophets and different spiritual gifts, that God has given his people is that he lets us know things ahead of time. And I know some of you are aware of prophets and, people using that prophetic gift nowadays. But, I'm seeing some things in the spirit and the Lord speaking, and I wanted to share it with the body of Christ because things are being done in secret, that we cannot see and that, are just secret and nobody knows about. So the Lord gave me a dream. And I want to share it because I think, I believe it has to do with possibly some government officials. So I want to be careful with what I'm talking about. But at the same time, hopefully the message or the dream comes across right. So in this dream, on this military vehicle. Now, I don't know if it was a Hummer. I'm sure you guys know what those military Hummers look like, but it wasn't a full-size Hummer to where like I was sitting in the cab or anything like that. I was more hanging off of the back of it, kind of hitching a ride. And so while I'm it seemed like a Hummer, some type of military, vehicle, but I'll just call it a Hummer or military vehicle. So I'm on the back of this military vehicle and we're traveling through maybe I want to say a wide open parking lot. I mean, huge though, a huge parking lot. I don't even know if I want to call it a parking lot. It was like a secluded place, somewhere that not a lot of people go all the time. And it was like a place of seclusion, like a secret place. And as we're driving through this parking lot in this big open space, I mean, there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of gang members. That's what they appeared to me as gang members. I mean, Crips and Bloods, Bloods and Crips, and different groups standing in, individual groups through this huge parking lot. And like I said, hundreds to maybe even thousands of just people out there. And the atmosphere as we were traveling through this crowd, going to this building that was over to the right, going to this building, I could just feel just in the air, the tension, either tension in the air or possibly just the spirits. And, it just seemed like tension in the air, like you could cut it with a knife and not a good tension. So as we go through this spot, and I'm not looking at people too much. I see them, but I'm not paying them too much mind. I'm hanging on the back of this Hummer. And as we pull up to this building, it looks like it was a funny looking building. It looked like barracks. If you know anything about the military and seen military movies, like those barracks, it was a funny looking building. But anyway, we pull up to this building and somebody gets out of the vehicle, and I didn't see this person. I didn't see their face. But they were dressed in, I say presidential attire, not a full suit, but like the suit pants and, like slacks and like a button-up shirt, but real relaxed. It was like a suit, but they didn't have the full suit on. And it was a woman. And I seen her from the side. And the first thing that came to my mind, I don't know why, but she reminded me, it was a woman, she reminded me of Oprah. But like I said, I didn't see her face. I didn't see her face as she went into this building. And I just seen the back of her. She went into this building and then she goes in there. And then I'm on the outside. And there's people with me, but I'm not paying them too much of mind either, that were traveling in this vehicle. We were all in it together, but I'm not paying too much mind to the people. So she goes in there, comes out a few minutes later, and I still don't get a glimpse of her. I don't see her face, directly on, but I knew it was a woman. And for some reason, what came to my mind was Oprah. I don't know why, but she just reminded me of Oprah, just Oprah's hairstyle, the way she wears her hair. And so, like I said, I didn't see her face. She got back in the vehicle, and it's like she went in this building for a meeting. It seems like she went to have a meeting, but I didn't see who she went to go talk to. I didn't hear any voices. I didn't hear any of that. All I know is it was a secret meeting that she was going to with a parking lot full of gang members, gangbangers. That's what they appeared to me. Like I said, Crips and Bloods and Crips. That's what it seemed like. And it was a secret meeting that she went to, came out. They fired up the car, and then we went on about our way. And as we're pulling off, I'm like hanging on so I don't fall off. I don't know, that just caught my attention. I was hanging on so I didn't fall off, seeing the people, and then I woke up. So what I'm getting from this, and maybe somebody else has, some insight to it too, but, normally the Lord gives me interpretation, because we know in part and we prophesy in part. But I believe, from what I'm seeing, that a secret meeting has been held with a government official, with gangs. I don't know what the meeting's about, but I do believe something has been planned. What is that going to look like? I don't know. But I do believe a secret meeting has been planned, and it has to do with gangs and gang members. She didn't meet with a gang member. I don't know who she was meeting with, but some things have been done in secret. And I believe it's plotting, but I don't want to speak into that too much. But I just want to ask the body of Christ to be in prayer, to watch and pray. I always say that, watch and pray. Prayer is the most powerful thing on this planet. Even though some downplay it, being in the kingdom and being a believer, prayer is one of our main weapons. So I just want to ask you all to intercede, watch and pray. Something is going to happen, I believe, with gangs. I didn't see any violence, but I mean the tension with all of those gangs standing around. Like I said, it was hundreds to thousands, and they were just deep. I mean, standing in their own little pockets, So something with gangs, I believe, in the near future. So I will be praying about it. The Lord's letting us know ahead of time. Just watch and pray, and that's the dream. That's what I'm seeing in the spirit. God bless you all. I thought I'd share that because the Lord's speaking it. He's revealing it. So, he definitely wants me to pray about it, and I ask you all to make mention of it in your prayers. Gang members, I don't know what it's about. I'm praying for their salvation. And praying that God would save a lot of them. My God, just pull them out of, the darkness that they're walking in and have no idea. But God bless you. That's the dream. Talk to you next time.